Hello there one and all, and welcome to the Cadvent Calendar, my 2016 Christmas special series where every single day until Chrissy Day I count down my top 25 favourite video games of all time. Before I properly begin though with number 25, I wanted to make a few things clear which I won't repeat in the following videos. Firstly, that I must ask all of you to be a little open-minded about my choices, not just because they are indeed my choices and not yours, but also because if you try to figure out what my favourite games of all time are from what other top 10 videos I've done tell you, that won't help. This list took a long time to compile, and every week a couple of the games I talk about on here will probably have swapped around, and my mind has changed a little bit even from my last top 10 about horror games, but most of the games in this list I indeed never move at all until something betters it in the coming years. Secondly, since this was such a difficult list and I'm only going at one game per franchise, a lot of the games I couldn't fit in here or nearly made it until they got shafted, so here are some honourable mentions said in a ridiculously quick voice. Runner 2, Binding of Isaac Rebirth, PT, Guacamelee, Super Metroid, Hotline Miami, Braid, Red Dead Redemption, Symphony of the Night, Shadow of the Colossus, A Link Between Worlds, Eternal Darkness, Ape Escape 3, Wipeout, HD Fury, Tomb Raider Reboot, Rock Band 2, Skate 2, and Mortal Kombat 9. And with that, are we ready? Good, let's begin. Welcome everybody to the Cadvent Calendar. Tekken 5 is not only my favourite Tekken installment, but also the greatest fighter I think I've ever played, and with stuff like Soul Calibur 2 or even other Tekken games like Tekken Tag 2 to fight against it, you have to fight in the game. This was not an easy thing for me to say, but after replaying it and getting the footage that you see here, even without any of the unlockable characters since I lost my data from this game many years ago, yep, no contest, I just fucking adore this game. Tekken always had humble beginnings, especially with the advent of brand spanking new 3D fighting, and what initially began as a gimmick where every character looked like an inflatable sex toy, every following main series game began to not only control more gracefully, get faster paced and give you oodles more combos to learn, but also began including new bonus content and actually using the 3D as a proper gameplay mechanic. And after the slight dip in quality from Tekken 3 to Tekken 4, one of the most confused and honestly forgettable games I think I've ever played, Tekken 5 signified a rise back to the top. When I was younger, this was the fighting game, nothing compared. The amount of depth, customization, visual variety, features, gameplay time, things to unlock, Tekken 5 has it all, and it even looks and plays smoother than a couple of PS3 and Xbox 360 games I've played. As a 3D fighting game, in my opinion, it does practically everything right. Every character has a huge and diverse move list that all flow within each other to make stringing combos and air juggling a marvelous thing to master. The 3D lends itself to not only sidestepping to avoid attacks, but also sidestep counter-attacking and sidestep combos that you could even corner people into the walls with. But with how different to play and vastly performing every character is, it turns every fight into a ballet of skill. And with how fast the moves can be performed and how fast you move around in the game itself, every battle morphs into a twisted dance of impeccable timing, looking for openings, knowing when to guard, when to use particular moves and grabs, and it's seriously rewarding and almost compulsory that you get good at the game in order to get the most out of it and not get your ass kicked, because these computer players are brutal with you, but not cheap in the slightest. They're all predictable and all fair with you, constantly teaching you and giving you chances as long as you're paying attention and not mashing buttons. Otherwise, they will exploit that and punish you, especially when playing as every character and beating their stages to unlock everything. And timing and last minute decisions to defend and offend are at the forefront of the deep combat system and character type dynamics, since the button commands are the opposite of how they are in earlier games, instead being instantly fast and instantly gratifying. This is all wrapped around classic Tekken multiplayer staples like team battle, some of the most entertaining and self-aware nonsense story modes for a fighter I've ever seen in my life, an epic soundtrack, the ability to play through near complete versions of Tekken 1, 2 and 3 on the same disc, an entire game within a game called Devil Within, which is flawed, I will admit, but still extremely challenging, fun, and enough of a gameplay shift that it's definitely worth trying at least once, and man, it's a bonus game within the main game, you can't complain. I've also really appreciated the ingenious button per limb combat and how you can use that logic and knowledge to figure out particular characters that you know nothing about just from experimenting with them. And that final boss encounter is just... Well, look at this fucking thing. Think Heihachi was old and frumpy? Well, that's his dad. And he has a mouth for a stomach. You can't make this shit up. And then they went and ruined it with Tekken 6. Seriously, I want to beat people up, not wait 10 seconds for every character I scroll through on a fucking menu. Hey again, and thanks for watching everybody. Now, along with the video coming your way every day, I've also been working with thepixelempire.com very closely this Christmas to make sure that all of you at home get brand new deals every day. And what is the Pixel Empire? It's a site where you'll not only find all of my official merchandise, but also other t-shirts, slick posters for framing, phone cases, and hundreds of other things from your favorite games, movies, TV shows, and more, all at fantastic quality and fantastic prices. And today, luckily enough for you, we have a competition running for any of you to win a $100 gift card. and all you have to do is click the link below in the description and follow the instructions to enter. And the more things that you do through the link, the more times you can enter the competition. It's very self-explanatory once you get there, but be quick though since they only last 24 hours. Throughout the month of December, there'll be more Caddy exclusive deals and giveaways, so please make sure that you follow the entire Cadvent Calendar saga for dozens of savings and freebies, and don't forget the discount code CADDY on checkout for a further 15% off of anything that you order. And please enjoy whatever you decide to get. And with that, until tomorrow, stay tuned and stay beautiful.